Welcome back, friends. In the previous tutorials, we have learned how to solve a linear equation in one variable. In this section, we shall use it to solve a system of linear equations in one variable. Okay, we have taken two examples. First of all, we shall solve the inequation 2x plus 4 divided by x minus 1, which is greater than or equal to 5. So we shall solve this one first. Friends, from this linear inequation, we can write 2x plus 4 upon x minus 1 minus 5 greater than or equal to 0. First of all, we shall make the right side 0. Okay, so we take an LCM here. The LCM is x minus 1. Okay, so this is twice x plus 4 minus 5 times of x minus 1, that is minus 5x plus 5, which is greater than or equal to 0. Or the denominator is x minus 1, 2x minus 5x, that is minus 3x, 4 plus 5, 9, which is greater than or equal to 0. Or we can take minus 3, negative 3 common. So in bracket x minus 3 upon x minus 1, which is greater than or equal to 0. Friends, if we divide both sides by negative 3, then we shall get x minus 3 upon x minus 1 will be less than or equal to 0, isn't it? Because the inequation sign will be changed, for which we have divided both sides by negative 3. Now friends, we have two critical points, respectively 1 and 3. So friends, we shall plot these 2 points, critical points, on the real line. This one is for positive infinity, the left side is for negative infinity. Respectively, the critical points are 1 and 3. So let us consider this is 1 and this one is 3. Friends, we shall see whether there is any disturbance in this inequation. First of all, we shall check the denominator. The denominator is x minus 1. If we put x is equal to 1, then the denominator becomes 0. For this will not be, the inequation will not be defined. For this, we discard this point, x is equal to 1. Okay. Now we use the sign rule. First of all, the extreme right of 3 is positive. Now the critical point is 3. So the factor is x minus 3. Its power is 1. 1 is an odd number. For this, we have to change the sign. So previous was 1 positive. Now it will be negative. Okay. So positive. Now this is negative. And one thing is very important. We shall include this point 3 because there is an equality sign also included. Now the critical point is 1. The factor is x minus 1. Its power is 1. 1 is again an odd number. For this, we have to change again the sign. So this is positive. Now friends, observe that the inequality sign is less than or equal. That means we have to take this negative part. Okay. So the solution for this inequation is x belongs to 1, 3 semi-open. That is 1 is not included here, 3 is included here. For this is semi-open, or we can write it in this way also, 1 less than x less than or equal to 3. Now we shall see the second example. Friends, our second example is this one. X upon x minus 5 is greater than half. Okay, or we can write here x upon x minus 5 minus half is greater than 0. We have to make the right side always 0. We take the LCM here. The LCM is 2 times of x minus 5. So the numerator becomes twice x negative of x minus 5, that is x plus 5, which is greater than 0, or twice x minus x, that means x plus 5 divided by 2 times of x minus 5. Now friends, we multiply both sides by 2, positive 2. So it will be x plus 5 upon x minus 5 is greater than 0, because we are multiplying both sides of this inequation by a positive quantity. For this, the inequation sign will not be changed. This was positive, this is greater than sign, and after multiplication also this is again the greater than sign. Now friends, what are the critical points? We can write these x plus 5 in this way also. X minus of minus 5 divided by x minus 5, which is greater than 0. So the critical points are respectively negative 5 and 5. Negative 5 and 5. Friends, we shall now plot these points on the real line. This is for the right side is for positive infinity, the left side is for negative infinity. Okay. Now the critical points will be plotted on this real line. Say this point is negative 5 and this point be positive 5. So 3 zones are created. One is negative infinity to negative 5. Second one is negative 5 to positive 5. And third one is from positive 5 to positive infinity. Okay. Friends, on the extreme right, we put the positive sign. Now, friend, look at this critical point 5. Now, one thing is very important. Friends, this inequation will not be defined when we put x is equal to 5, because 5 minus 5 is equal to 0 in the denominator. For this, we have to discard this point 5. Okay? And moreover, this negative 5 should be neglected here. This should be discarded because there is no equality sign is introduced. For this, we discard this point also. Friends, the extreme right is positive using the sign rule. Now for the critical point 5, we observe that the power of this factor x minus 5 is 1, and 1 is an odd number. For this, we have to change the sign. Previous was positive, now this is negative. Okay. Next critical point is negative 5, and the power of this factor, that means x plus 5, is 1. 1 is again a positive odd number. For this, we have to change the sign. This is positive. Now friends, what is the inequality sign? This is greater than sign. For this, we have to take only the positive part. That means from negative infinity to negative 5 and from positive 5 to positive infinity. Okay. So we can write x belongs to negative infinity to negative 5 open, because 5 is not included, union positive 5 to positive infinity. Here also 5 is not included. So this is the solution of this inequation, x upon x minus 5 greater than half. Thank you. Have a nice day.